Have you ever experienced persistent and unpleasant odor from exhaled breath? Some say it can be offensive, and for some people it can be embarrassing and can even cause anxiety. On this week's episode of The Dose, we take a closer look at halitosis. I am Yevai Jiro, and we are joined by Mr. Richard, a homeopathic practitioner, to understand the topic better. But before we get into that, watch this.
Ndoda kuziva kuti chirwere chinonzi halitosis chirwere chekunwa mukanwa chinokonzerwa nezile infection, bacterial infection, and what chii chatinokwanisa kuita kuzvidzivira, can it be prevented, and chinoaffecta vanhu vakaita sei? I'll be glad if Chiremba can answer those questions.
So it seems as if most people don't even understand what halitosis is. This is why Mr. Richard is here to help us understand better. What is halitosis and what causes it?
So halitosis is also known as bad breath or bad odor. And the odor, in most cases, it comes from the mouth, but sometimes it comes from the digestive system. So this happens when bacteria in your mouth or in your throat produces sulfur. That smell or that choking smell that you experience or that you breathe. So that's halitosis or bad odor or even bad breath. So there are so many possible causes of bad odor or bad breath. In most cases, these causes could arise from the food that we eat, or from underlying health conditions, or from certain habits. All these may contribute or cause halitosis. When it comes to food, certain foods such as garlic, such as onions, it can cause bad odor or bad breath. And also the issue of being dehydrated, because water is important not only to rehydrate your body but also to flush out toxins and bacteria from your body. So when you are dehydrated, you experience bad odor or even the issue of halitosis. The other issue is on saliva, because our saliva has antibacterial properties. So sometimes it happens that certain medications may stop the production of enough saliva to flush out the bacteria that causes or that produces sulfur in our mouth or in our throat. Then you have a bad odor. So lack of enough saliva in your mouth can result in halitosis. And also the other issue is on stress. Stress isn't food. Stress is something that is not tangible. It's an emotion. So when you are stressed, sometimes this can also cause halitosis or issues to do with bad breath. For those who take too much alcohol, too much consumption of alcohol can make your mouth dry. Then when your mouth is dry, then the accumulation of bacteria will be present. When there's too much accumulation of bacteria, then sulfur is produced. Then you end up with the issue of halitosis. And even our oral habits, it's always good to brush our teeth, especially twice a day. And it's more important to brush our teeth when we take our last meal. Because when we go to bed without brushing our teeth, then bacteria will feast on the food debris. Then the following morning, you will have that sulfur coming out from your mouth. There are underlying health conditions that may also cause bad breath. A good example is aspiration pneumonia. This can also affect your breath. This happens when there's an infection, in most cases in your respiratory system. Then you may have issues with bad breath. And sometimes the bad breath can come out from our digestive system. When there's imbalance in terms of good and bad bacteria in our digestive system, you may have issues to do with bad breath. And also the issue of acid reflux. Sometimes when you regurgitate or when you have issues to do with acid reflux, Acid reflux will not only cause tooth erosion, but it can also contribute to accumulation of bacteria along your throat and also in your mouth. You find most of these bacteria on top of your tongue. So it's always important whenever you are brushing your teeth, you have to brush even the top layer of your tongue, because that's where most of these bacteria accumulate. In fact, it's estimated that there are billions of bacteria in your mouth because of certain conditions. Conditions such as moist. Bacteria thrives well in moist environment. So your mouth is moist, and also there is warmth in your mouth. So bacteria thrives well in an environment that is warm. So it's always good to pay much attention, especially to your oral health. Then you brush your mouth at least twice a day so that you get rid of bad bacteria or bad odor. Then there's also some certain mouthwash with alcohol as an ingredient. When you take a mouthwash with alcohol as an ingredient, it makes your saliva dry. It stops the production of your saliva. And then your saliva, as I mentioned earlier on, it has antibacterial properties. So when you take certain types of or certain brands of mouthwash with alcohol as an ingredient, this may also cause halitosis or bad breath. So there are so many possible causes of halitosis. Then the other issue is on smoking. For those who take too much cigarettes, smoking can actually cause bad breath, not only originating from your mouth, but sometimes the bad breath can originate from your respiratory system, such as your lungs. Then you can have that bad breath or halitosis. So it's good to take care of our oral health. Then we kick away bad habits such as the smoking of cigarettes, too much consumption of alcohol, and also the issue of taking certain foods, especially foods that can cause odor, such as garlic. And also if we take too much sugar, because bacteria thrives well in an environment that is acidic. Sugar makes our body acidic, and also bacteria feeds on sugar. So when we take too much sugar, then we forget to brush our teeth. This can also cause halitosis. The other thing is to do with oral health issues, especially diseases to do with your teeth and gums. That's another possible cause of halitosis.
All right, we take a short break. Please stay with us, don't go away.